Hey folks, it's Mr. Markart here, back with the bag that started it all. But this video is not to explain what I've already gone through in the original bag. It's here to explain why in the world am I giving you more stuff. The supplement egg in the bag, in which that you picked up, hopefully from the high school recently, will contain some additional information to hopefully set our lab up for the future. If you can remember back, we had some trouble in paradise with some cloudy water in our cups, and we're going to take a step back, think if we can right our wrongs, and take it from there. To remember what went wrong in this earlier on, I've got for us a little simulated yeast, and let's say that this is our brine shrimp. That the instructions ask for you to take a 2-finger pinch, which is correct, I told you, and be able to put that into the brine shrimp container. But what ended up happening was I took one little pinch, right, into my container, and when I mixed it up, my water became cloudy. My brine shrimp died. I emailed Mr. Markart and said, what went wrong? From the looks of it, we have too much of a solution into our original environment, and our brine shrimp were not able to feed or eat enough to get themselves out of it. When we think back of what we can fix for this, the original possibility is, or a question that comes up to us is, why don't we feed them less? How do we feed them less? Mr. Markart, I had you only do a 2-finger pinch. Do I count each individual grain out? Do I find a smaller container to measure? But a solution to our problem could be dilution. In order to do that, I'm gonna have to use a little bit of math and a little bit of thinking, so bear with me, and let's take a thought to how we can make this happen. Okay, to put some numbers to what we were working with originally, we had about a 2-finger pinch, about yeast going into our cup solution that measures about 1.75 grams. Filling up the cup about 3/4 of the way that you were given, that's about 300 mils. So putting that all together, calculating that, 1.75 divided by 300 gets us a percentage of 0.6% suspension. The reason why we're saying that this is a suspension rather than a solution is that the yeast are not intermingling with the water. They're just separate and floating around in an abyss of water. We're realizing that this number is still yet too high. Even though 0.6% is a really small number, we need to take that number and take that even further down. How we can do that is through dilution. Our new plan for dilution takes a few more steps outlined a little bit later in the video. But again, to show you some of the math behind this, I'm gonna demonstrate it out for you on this chalkboard. Eventually, you're gonna take and find an original stock. We're going to make a stock solution that's going to be to the side, and then take only a small bit of the stock to put into the environment that we have our brine shrimp. So if we were to make a small stock on the side, say 1/4 of a cup of water, and still our 1.75 grams of yeast, putting that together, that gets us to about a 3% solution. Now you might say, 3%, that's definitely bigger than my 0.6% that I had before. I thought we were getting this lower. Yes, wait with me. We're only gonna take, not even probably a mil, less than a mil, out with our pipette and drop it into where our brine shrimp are going to live. That is now gonna give us a new concentration, not as strong as this one, but not as strong as this one. And it will be weaker so that the brine shrimp can be able to take it and eat it a little bit more effectively. How we find dilution is by a simple equation that you may have seen before in your science class, C1V1 equals C2V2. Very common, very used in a lot of sciences. In our case, for agriculture, we use it quite a bit too. How we can figure out the concentration, the strength, or how much in this solution this is, so we can compare it to the OG plan that we had. We're gonna find our original concentration with the volume, which was 3%. Remember, we found that over here after we divided that out, times our volume from that. So 3% and only 1 mil, because that's what we're adding into our next container. Equals C2, we don't know our concentration yet. That's what we're trying to find. Hopefully we do. Let's see. And our ending volume, when we add 1 mil into this solution, we get 301 milliliters. So that means that it's not going to be 300 anymore. When we add the 1 mil, it's 301. To figure that out, we're just going to then solve for C2, not X anymore, right? 301, divide to the other side by 301 equals 0.009%. So small compared to our original 0.6%. Hopefully this is a much more chewable meal for our brine shrimp to eat rather than the super concentrated 0.6% we had before. Let's take a peek back in the lab and see how that looks for you at home. So we've done our math, let's do it in real life. I'm gonna take a container that I have around the house, something that I can be able to put in the back of my fridge just to keep refrigerated for a time being, that maybe my parents or guardians don't necessarily mind me using for a little bit. So I found this sour cream container, and I'm going to put 1/4 of a cup of water from the tap water in it. If you don't have 1/4 of a cup, of course you can take a 1/2 of a cup and then just use 1/2 of the 1/2 cup to get 1/4, right? So I'm gonna fill up just about halfway there and pour it into my container. I'm still gonna use my 2-finger pinch to get me about 1 gram, 0.75. Gonna mix it around a little bit. And there I have my yeast suspension. I'm going to take my pipette that I got into my supplement egg in the bag, and I'm gonna fill it up and just add 1 drop at a time into my cup just before it got cloudy. So only maybe like 1 or 2 drops every 2 weeks. If this is confusing, feel free to email me, let me know, and I can be able to help clarify you as we go along. Keep tuned to our Google Classroom as well as our daily Google Meet so that you too can have this class in the bag.